Hey everybody, Bruce Brown with your daily mortgage market update. Today is Wednesday, and today is a big day this week. We're talking about it even into last week. The Fed began their meeting yesterday, and that meeting will adjourn today, and we will get a policy statement today. And as you can clearly see here, over the last 2.5 weeks now, we've been on a nice run towards improved bond prices, which is why we've seen interest rates come down slightly over the last couple of weeks. But this could certainly change very quickly today, depending upon how the markets interpret this Fed policy statement and whether or not there are any very strong clues as to whether or not this next Fed meeting coming up in September could be the one where they pull the trigger on their first rate hike. At this point in time, I still personally don't think that that is likely, but that doesn't mean that I'm right, certainly. And there are a lot of people out there that think that, September could be the trigger for a move higher in interest rates. Interest rates that the Fed controls now, and let's be clear, we're talking about different things here. The Fed does not directly control mortgage rates. They control short-term interest rates for banks, for example, lending money to each other overnight, that sort of thing. But there are a lot of things trickle down through the Fed's actions and the Fed's decisions, and many think that that could lead towards even higher interest rates should the Fed begin tightening. Certainly some market changes. Now, looking at the economic calendar for today, Mortgage Banker Association have already released their weekly mortgage market index showing that it was up 0.8%. Pending home sales come out a little bit later this morning. Crude oil inventories, we'll get that Fed rate decision this afternoon, and this is what we got to watch for. This is what could create the volatility this afternoon. You never know how the market's going to react to a Fed decision. A lot of times we'll see a big knee-jerk reaction, a very negative move downward, only to be made up within a couple of hours and go right back up to where things were before. Other times we see big just falls because the market's completely it changes their perception of where things are going in the market. It's not very common that we see a big straight up increase in mortgage bond prices after a Fed meeting, but it certainly can happen, and from time to time does happen. But that's not common, and it's not something I would expect today, but it's certainly something that we could hope to see. And looking through the rest of the week's calendar, we'll get initial jobless claims tomorrow. We'll get that first look at second quarter GDP tomorrow. And then Friday, we're going to wrap up the week with the Chicago PMI, as well as consumer sentiment from the University of Michigan survey. So I think this afternoon really sets the stage for whether or not any real increase in bond prices is going to be able to continue, if we can continue to maybe see some improvement here, because the higher bond prices would lead to improving interest rates. We've got to get past today, though, to determine whether or not that's a likely occurrence. So this is where we are heading into tomorrow. Of course, I'll be back with you tomorrow morning with another update, let you know how this Fed meeting turns out today. And as always, if I can help you at all, please don't hesitate to contact me. All my information is here at the end of the video. Thanks. Have a great day.